Hello and welcome to another tutorial. Today we're going to look at the song As the Deer, and for that we're going to put the capo onto the first fret. If you want to know how the song sounds when you play it all together, you can look at a cover that I uploaded recently. So let's start with the tutorial. We're going through it step by step so that at the end everyone can play this song. It's pretty simple with basic chords, so let's just start. The first segment that we're going to learn is so we're starting off with a G major position. So we're gonna put our middle finger on the third fret on the first string, the E string, and we're gonna put a finger on the second fret on the A string, and basically what we're doing is we're going to pluck 4 strings together: the E string, the D string, the G, and the B string all together. Basically we can just leave out this finger actually. You could just play it like this. But I just like to stay in the G position, so that's why I play this finger also. This is the intro, how we start. After that, we take our ring finger and we go to the B string on the third fret and pluck it once. After that, this is where the chord change happens. We're basically going to a D major. So this is basically the chord, but we're going to play it a bit different. Now this looks a bit weird, but what we're basically doing is just you put your finger on the third fret on the B string and the second fret on the D string. And you can, if you want to, you can play the D string open as the bass note, but I like the deeper one, which would be up here, and you press it down with the thumb, press down the E string on the second fret, and then you pluck it together. So you pluck E, G, and B together, like this. So together. Like this. Again. After this, we go to the next chord, but first we play the B string open and then play the G string on the second fret after playing the B. So B open and G on the second fret. And then we go to the E minor. The E minor being on the A string second fret and on the D string the second fret, and then playing all strings. So open B, second fret B, second fret G, E minor. So you can play the whole chord if you want to, but what I like to do is Similar to when we started off with the G, just play a lot of the strings together, but not by strumming them, but by plucking them. So I pluck the E string, the D string, G, B, yeah, that's it. So 4 strings. And if we put this together, it sounds like. Again. So the next part we're going to learn sounds like this. Sorry. So we stop with the E minor, and then we're going to play the G chord again. We're going on the lower E string on top here, on the 3rd fret, and we put a finger onto the 1st fret in the on the high E string, on this one at the bottom. It's a bit of a stretch. Oh wait, sorry, not the E string, the B string. So not this one, but this one. And then we play it again together, just like at the beginning with the plucking the 4 strings of the G. So we end with the E minor. And then we play the B again. I forgot to mention this, we play the B string open again. And then we go to this position. And then B open. And then G on the 2nd fret. G open. E open. So that sounds a bit complicated, so let's go through it slowly. So we start with this position. Then we lift our finger, put our finger here, open, and then we go to the C major position and play the E string open. So again. B open, G 2nd fret, G open, E open. And after we play the E open, there comes the bass note of the C major, which is this one, the A string on the 3rd fret. And then we play it again, the E string, open again. And we go to a D major position again that we had earlier. And we play the 3 strings, meaning the E string on the 2nd fret, like this. And the D, sorry, the G on the 2nd fret and the B on the 3rd fret. And then we'll play the B string open and then close it again with the 3rd fret, like this. And while we do that, we go to the G position. So if we put this together, open, close, and then play again the E string, G and B. And then we go back to the D. This is just so it sounds nice if you play it together. Sorry. So. So that was the first segment basically. If we put this all together, it sounds like this. The next part is going to start with the G again. Again, the same plucking pattern. And it's just like the start. So again, the ring finger on the 3rd fret on the B string, but first open and then close. And then D major position, like this, just like we did in the first part. This is the exact same way we just learned. But then instead of going to the G, we go to the C major. So we play the first part of the first part is basically the same thing that we learned at the beginning, meaning this. But then we go to the C and we play the A string and the G and the B in the C major position, and then B open, and then G on the 2nd fret, G open, and then play the C again, now with the A string, D and G in the C major position. Open open B. This is basically just the D position. Again, plucking 3 strings. Most important, the G. G open. G. The chord G. So that was basically the verse, and now we're going to the chorus. We're starting off with a E minor, but basically we're not pressing down like an E minor. We're just starting with the 3rd fret on the E string. We're going to put our one of our fingers to the D string on the 2nd fret. And basically we can pluck all the notes we want except, all the strings we want except for the A string. And I'm plucking 4. But you could pluck 5. I just find it a bit hard. Just choose what you want to pluck. And then we play so we're going to pluck the E string on the 3rd fret a few times. But what I like to do is not just play, but to fill out the gap of, you know, because the melody is too, it sounds too empty, so. So there was a difference, right? Instead of so what we're doing is basically, that's why we're pressing down here, is just to fill out that gap by just playing some of the notes randomly, you know, or not randomly, but just to fill out the gap. What you can do, for example, is after you played the first note, is start with the B string open, G string open, B string open again, and then E string. So what you're doing is playing the first note, and immediately after that play the G open, B open, E on the 3rd fret. Again, and then play the melody. G open, B open, E 3rd. The same thing again. And then go to the 2nd fret, from the 3rd to the 2nd fret on the E string. And then C. Just play the full C chord. And then play open E again. And then G. You can just plug to the B string, or you can also press down like this with the pinky, and then you can play the full G chord. But I think this sounds better, you know, just pluck the B string with some of the others. Sorry. So if you put this together, so now we're continuing. We're gonna play, after we played this, we play the G open and then C, especially with the A string and the high E string. So this is the melody, but the same thing like with the... There's something we can fill it with, right? So I'm basically doing the same thing by playing the G and the B string along with the open E string. So I pluck the C chord and then I play 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So we're just filling in the gaps. So we pluck the full C chord and then we play and then we play the B string on the 3rd fret and then we go to the A minor position like this and we pluck the A string, the D, G and B. Play the B string twice and then a full E major like that. And then after that it's just the same thing like in the verse. But with a C. So let's play the chorus again. A minor, B again, E major. And what I like to do is just play around a little bit, so you can just play anything you want. And then you go. And that's basically how the song ends. Now a small tip for the transition from verse to chorus. If you end the verse like this, I like to play the D and G string once more, like this, and then the D again, and then I basically do the transition like this. So it's basically like a small drop, you know. And then I play the E, D, and G in the G string in the G major position, like this, but in quick succession, like. And basically what I'm doing is just going from 3rd to 2nd fret. And then the chorus starts. You know, so you play your verse. And if you put this all together, you have a nice song.